This is a low budget operation. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Flagler Weather Update. Today is the 14th of February, 2026. Can you believe we're halfway through it? Just a point that I was in the hospital for surgery a couple days ago. So, hopefully, I can get through this without any issues of my myself, being able to talk at length. So let's go ahead and get started now. Now, my presentation, I don't know why it's kind of crooked a little bit, but I think you guys can see everything. So I'll just keep that in mind here while I'm presenting. So let's take a look at the wildfire situation first. And we've had a couple of different fires pop up in the last 12 hours or so. So this one up here, this is actually right on the county line. We don't have a size on it yet. This is reported by the Florida Forest Service. It happened today. It was reported about 11 o'clock. If you saw the helicopter flying around, that's what they were doing. It's 100% contained. We don't have any other information on that just yet. The more information will be coming up, and we'll post that as we get it. Now, this is the sizable fire we had the week before last. This one's 170 acres. This one is down south of Corona, and it is 100% contained. It is currently mopped up and being monitored. So no risk with this one right now, but it's still got some hot spots in there. So the Forest Service is keeping an eye on that one. And then this is our new fire in Flagler County. This one just broke out at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And it is, I don't have the size of it yet, but they're calling it the Phillips Ranch Fire. It's out here in the very southwest part of the county. And they must be working on it. Like I said, if it's just been reported, we don't have any other information on it just yet. So we'll have to wait for this to update a little bit later. So pulling the map further out now, you can see there are active wildfires all throughout the region here. Marion County, 3 in Putnam, 3 others in Alachua County. So yes, we do have a wildfire problem. And just a reminder, we do have a burn ban that's in force, and this burn ban remains in place until it basically rolls every 7 days. So it was renewed on Friday. It'll go all the way to this Friday. Then they evaluate conditions and will likely redo it again, depending on, and unless we get a lot of rain. We're going to talk about the rain chances here in a little bit as well. So our drought index numbers. The drought index, the way it works is 0 is the driest, and 800 is 0 is the wettest, and 800 is the driest. So when it's 0, you're soaking wet. If it's 800, you're desert dry. So we're at 461 right now, and let's go and take a look at more detailed look at how that shapes up here. So you can see there are many areas of Florida that are closing in on 700 and 800, especially SoFlo, and they're having some pretty bad wildfires down here in southern Florida. And you can see here areas off to our west are now starting to get quite dry. And these are areas here that this has been expanding steadily, and we're in extreme drought conditions here now in Flagler County. We'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. So that's where all that stands right now. So let's go and talk about the chances of rain, and which we do need some desperately, but there could be some strong, severe weather with it, and we're going to talk about that here. So this is the way the weather map shapes up right now. We have a warm front that's developing over Florida and up into Alabama and so forth, and a low pressure system taking shape out over the southeast. When we get to tomorrow, this storm system shifts eastward, and you can see this yellow hatched area. This is the risk of severe thunderstorms. It's right on the edge of Flagler County. So we'll have to watch that as we go through tomorrow. And then as we get to Monday, all of that clears off. There could be some leftover moisture, but some cooler, drier, more stable air moves into the picture. So let's talk about that, the concerns and severe weather risks. So let's get to what the summary is from the National Weather Service. Windy with strong and severe thunderstorms Sunday afternoon into the evening. There is a wind advisory in place for inland northeast Florida and north central Florida Sunday afternoon. We'll take a closer look at that. A squall line of strong to severe storms will traverse the area. The main concerns, wind gusts 50 to 70 miles an hour, isolated tornadoes, lightning, and small hail. Also, extreme drought condition continues to expand across the area. Moderate wildfire danger on Sunday with portions of northeast Florida. Gusty winds on Sunday will potentially enhance the spread of any existing wildfires. Lightning from thunderstorms could also generate more wildfires. Now, strong to severe storms are expected across the area, and we're expecting the squall line to move across. And now Flagler County being right about here. So green is basically this dark green means there's a very low risk of maybe one or two severe storms somewhere in that dark green. The yellow means that scattered severe storms are expected in this area. And we're right on the edge of it. And in subsequent updates, this yellow area may be retracted or expanded. So we'll have to monitor that as we go through the day tomorrow. So the Storm Prediction Center will issue updates overnight and again tomorrow morning. Of course, we will relay those updates to you on our website, on our Facebook page, and our other resources as we get closer to this event. The best timings are between 1 and 9 o'clock. And I'm going to pull up a model here so we can get an idea on estimated timing in Flagler County. Again, the main concerns, not everybody though, but some places will see wind gusts 50 to 70 miles an hour. There's a risk of the odd tornado and some small hail out there. So again, for most of us, we're going to miss the worst of it. But for a few, you will be dealing with these here. And it's too early to know specifically if Flagler County will experience severe weather. So make sure you are signed up on Alert Flagler to get those notifications. You can Google Alert Flagler to get to the website to sign up. It's completely free. Wind advisory. Now, this is winds outside of thunderstorms. It's going to be a breezy to windy day before those storms even get here. So the Weather Service has raised up wind advisories for the inland counties. For now, Flagler County is not in that wind advisory. It could be added to it later if conditions expand further than they expect. We could get some beneficial rainfall out of this, maybe up to an inch of rain possible. Inch to inch and a half points north and west of us. So we will take it. We will take anything we can get. So hopefully we'll get some good rain out of this to help counter the drought problem. Small craft advisories will be in place for offshore waters. And again, if you got a small boat, tomorrow's not the day to be going out into the ocean with it. Intercoastal is probably going to be quite choppy as well. And the drought monitor, again, Flagler County is now creeping into that extreme drought condition with severe drought elsewhere. So this is continuing to expand. So let's take a look at some of the models here and some of the timing of these storms and when they're expected. So this is the North American Mesoscale model. You can see the squall line coming in. It's kind of hard to see, I know, on some of y'all's devices. But Flagler County being right about here. So here comes the squall line with some pretty potent storms. And this model brings it in. It begins to thin out as it gets closer to us, but it brings it in like right around 6 o'clock at night on tomorrow. Now, another model that we look at is the HRRR. And we're not in range of it yet. It only takes us up to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we'll skip that one and we'll move on down to the FV3. And this one gives us some good information as well. And this brings that squall line in here. Matter of fact, it keeps it much more robust. And it brings it in here right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So this one's a little earlier and keeps those storms raging as it moves through. And the next model we'll take a look at is called the Worf model. Almost like Worf from Star Trek, yes. And it brings this activity through here right around 4 or 5 o'clock. So safe bet that anytime after 4 o'clock is when those storms are going to come through here and whatever shape they're in. And then they'll just push right on through and be gone. And then moving further, there's a chance of additional showers overnight and into the early mornings of Monday, but conditions should start to improve. So let's talk about the winds and how strong are those winds going to be. So we'll take a look at wind gusts, and this is for tomorrow. And tomorrow we're looking at wind gusts largely up to about 30 miles an hour. That's not too terribly bad. That's county-wide. But this may be increased. Now, this is just regular winds. This is not thunderstorms. Thunderstorms could produce winds 50 to 60 to 70 miles an hour if they are strong or severe. So this is just for the breezy day before the storms get here and after the storms get by. So that's what that's looking like. But if we go through the rest of the week, we're not looking at any really gusty winds. So once we get through tomorrow, things will begin to settle. So let's talk about rainfall, precipitation. How's that looking? Let's talk about that. So tonight, very minimal chance of catching the odd coastal shower, but generally staying dry. Tomorrow, though, is a different story. Tomorrow, we're going to see about a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Again, chiefly in the afternoon is when that is expected. Notice those rain chances are higher in the northwest and lower as you go off to the southeast. And that's just the timing of that precipitation getting to us. Tomorrow night, widespread 80 to 90% chance of rain. So a high good chance that everyone's going to see rain. How many are going to see severe thunderstorms? Just don't know. But a lot of us are going to see some rain. And then by Monday, we still see the chance of showers along the coast. But we will also see improving conditions as we go throughout the day. So Monday's going to be a breezy, cool day. And then the rest of the week, we don't see any other precipitation chances as we go through. For anyone just joining us, you can rewind to, once we get done here, you can rewind to rewatch this presentation. I'll also post up the YouTube link once that is done. Rainfall amounts, how much are we going to get? So for a 2-day rainfall amount, anywhere from ½ inch to 1 inch. Most of the county, maybe a little less in the southeast part. But again, you know, there could be some heavier, localized heavier amounts, especially if the line of thunderstorms slows down. We will take it. We need that rain. We don't need the lightning, though. So let's look at temperatures. How's temperatures going to look at? Let's get there. Let's take a look. So for tonight, we're looking at low temperatures, generally 55, 57 degrees. Pretty pleasant evening out there for this time of year. Near 60 at the beaches and about upper 50s elsewhere. And then as we go into tomorrow, look for high temperatures getting up to right around 81, 82 degrees. So that's that warm air, and thunderstorms love warm air. So that's going to be kind of fuel for those storms as they approach. But definitely a warm day. And then tomorrow night, let's see here. Tomorrow night, temperatures will fall off into the 50s again with that cold front that goes through. But then on Monday, we will struggle to get to 70. So definitely a cooler day. But not a Arctic cold day, but definitely a cooler day. And then as we go through the rest of the day, rest of the week, look for lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s, maybe warming up towards 80 by Wednesday. But then lows in the 50s, near 80 by Thursday. And kind of a repeat of that all the way through the rest of the week and staying dry into Saturday with low temperatures in the 50s, highs 70s, then they're 80 degrees. Now, let's go ahead and move forward and take a look at what's to be expected on the long term. So this is the long-range outlook. Takes us to the 24th of February. Can you believe we're halfway through? So right now we're looking on average temperatures to remain above normal. And this is, I know people like the warm weather, but for wildfire threat, this is not good because it'll help dry this vegetation out a lot more efficiently. How about precipitation chances? We're looking about average. That's actually a little bit of good news there. So let's go further into the future. And this takes us to the end of February. Again, look for temperatures to average above normal. Precipitation also looks to be, come on, maybe above normal. So that's good news too. And we'll take that as we can get it. So we could definitely use that above normal precipitation chances. So folks, that's going to wrap things up. I appreciate everyone taking time to tune in with us. And it's our satellite here. And again, just to kind of a quick review of expected conditions. So windy with strong and severe thunderstorms Sunday afternoon and evening. It looks like the best chances of those for Flagler County are going to be sometime after 4 o'clock. The main concerns are going to be wind gusts of 50 to 70 miles an hour, isolated tornadoes, lightning, and small hail. So if you have anything, even though we do not have a wind advisory for us, if you have anything that could be blown about tonight or by tomorrow morning, might be a good time to get that stuff secure so you don't have to go chasing your trampoline or your trash cans down the street. The drought conditions continue. We will see how much rain we get. That might help mitigate that just a little bit. So everyone, thank you for watching us. If you missed it, you can rewind this after it posts and rewatch it again. We'll also be posting a YouTube link soon. Everybody have a great evening, and thank you for watching.